Hey, what's up? This is Leor. So why the Nakba is not such a big tragedy, and why you shouldn't donate or pay for the people which are considered to be refugees of the Nakba. Here is the deal. People, Arabs, Muslims, not just Arabs, Bosnians, Albanians, Armenians, that immigrated to the land of Israel during the Ottoman period and during the British Monarch period. They immigrated to the land. Those people, those that had a scuffle with the Jews and tried to murder the Jews during the War of Independence in the year 1947 to 1949, some of them left about 700,000 people. Okay, about 700,000 people. That's all. Okay. Now, some of them, they didn't went to Antarctica or to Greenland. They went, in most cases, just a few kilometers away from where they used to live, and in other cases they went to maybe 100 kilometers away from where they used to live. So, for example, people that lived in Majdal, which is next to Gaza, they ran away and they went to Gaza. It's about 5 kilometers away. People that lived in Tantura, for example, or in En Khud, for example, they went to Faradis, they went to Fahim, so about 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers away. You have people from Safuria. Safuria is an Arab town which was built on top of a Jewish town, very famous Jewish town, Zipori. They moved to where? They moved to 2 kilometers away. They moved to Nazareth. Others moved to the Galilee. Other Arabs from the Galilee, they moved to Lebanon, just a few kilometers away. In Lebanon, they had refugee camps. Jordan as well, Gaza as well. So, in most cases, it's not like the equivalence is that someone from South America that immigrated to Los Angeles and lived there for a few years. From Los Angeles, they move him to Glendale. From Los Angeles, they move him to San Diego. They move him to, you know what? It's not like they move him to Las Vegas. So you cannot compare. If you're gonna say that they moved someone, they moved, yeah. He went all the way from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. That's about 400 kilometers. You don't have it. You don't have it. There are no Arabs or Muslims that were evacuated or depopulated in the War of Independence that went 400 kilometers. That's from Israel to Iraq. That's the distance, something like this. So nothing like this. Imagine they moved you from the distance from Los Angeles to Santa Barbara. They move you to San Diego. They move you to Glendale. For this, you're supposed to you're crying, and you are the victim, and you're supposed to get paid by the international community for 70 years. For this, your sons are refugees, and your grandsons are refugees, and your grandchild they are refugees. For this, it doesn't make any sense. And check this out: only the Arabs enjoy this status. Jews that were depopulated, most of the time forcibly, from Arab countries like Egypt or Syria or Jordan or Iraq or Iran or Yemen or Turkey, and of course from Europe, people that lost their homes because of the Holocaust. None of them received a refugee status from the UN. None of them, and none of them is able to inherit his refugee status to his son or to his grandson. And this is not just the Jews. You have so many other people in Vietnam War, in Cambodia, in Laos, in Japan as well, also Korea. So many countries, people lost their home because of wars. They get refugee status as long as they are actually refugees. Once they're being resettled somewhere, and that's it basically. Only the so-called Palestinians, they get it for years. It doesn't make any sense. But the funny thing is that in most cases, those people that are now considered to be refugees, they themselves immigrated to the land not so long before the War of Independence. Think about the Arabs that ran away from Yehudia, for example, which by the name you understand that it used to be a Jewish place. And indeed, Yehudia, the Arabs changed the name afterward to Abbasiyya, because the name Yehudia was too Jewish. They built it on top of the old Jewish city, Yehud. And it had just a small amount of residents during the Ottoman period. During the British Mandate period, thousands of people. All of a sudden, it's a very big place. How come? Immigrants from Egypt came to there. So the British Mandate period attracted many Arabs from surrounding countries, especially to the shore area, and those Arabs were later depopulated because they tried to kill the Jews, and the Jews fought them, and most of them they ran away. Some of them were expelled by the army. Yehud, for example, Lod, Ramla. Very few cases. Most of them they ran away. Jaffa, Akko, Haifa, Safed. They ran away. They didn't even want to fight with the Jews in most cases. But so why do they deserve to be refugees, and their sons, their grandsons? Why are they eligible to receive money from the international community? They moved you from Los Angeles, for example, the distance, from Los Angeles to Glendale. In Japan, it will be they moved you from Osaka to Kyoto. Oh my God, terrible. Even in Japan, if you think about and compare Japan, they moved you from Osaka to Tokyo, for example. That's 500 kilometers. For the Japanese point of view, it won't be such a calamity. They moved me from... I had to move, by the way, there are many Japanese that because of World War II, they lost their homes. And they simply moved to another place. People that lived in central Osaka, in Naniwa, for example, it was bombarded by the Americans, and they simply they moved out. They lost their homes, and they moved to other areas. They moved to Kyoto. Just simply nobody gave them money and monthly allowance, and they're refugees, and there's an organization. The Palestinians, they're princes. They get special treatment, massage in the back for life. How come? And it doesn't make a lot of sense at all. It's all, twisted and weird, and it doesn't make any sense. And this is why the international community must stop paying any kind of money for so-called refugees. Completely cancel that, and you will see, by the way, how it will affect the so-called Palestinian narrative, because without money there is no terror. Okay, if you want to stop terror, stop the money. Stop with this. Bye.